that's what you get out of them nowadays. So welcome back everybody. 100 Proof Whitetails. Hope you.
That's usually about 2 years. That's what you get out of a truck tire.
Yeah. And I mean, with 45,000 miles on it, pretty decent. So I went back with the same ones, not because they were the cheapest, just because I liked them. They were a good tire.
So you got,
I got 2 winners out of them.
yeah, good enough.
Yeah. So welcome back everybody. 100 Proof Whitetails. Nate and Ben, episode 64.
6-4.
Yep, you got it. So a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff that was going on. A lot of stuff that's passed. But
Stuff
still,
coming up.
we just still can't stop being so damn busy.
Nope.
But so today is May 21st. As you can tell by the title of the episode, it's Arrowfest, outdoor events, and more. So I guess we'll kind of recap on what's passed. This past weekend, we had the Whitetails Unlimited banquet, Lake Ontario chapter.
That was a good one. I feel like it expanded a little bit this year.
Yeah.
I think there's a little more people.
Yep. I was a little bummed they didn't shout out the podcast because we sponsored with some product and shouted out Whitetail Properties because we sponsored. They just said my name, which didn't,
Yeah.
but we'll work on it. We're still trying to figure it out and learn, man. We've said that from the beginning. But we got Bucky hanging out. He's back as our own official mascot. We got the brand new Snowball Mike.
Snowball Mike.
And new merch drop. Bucky can't wear it. It's too big for him. But we got brand new hats in.
I'm representing one right now.
Yep. We went with that old school.
Kind of like an army camo.
Yeah, kind of like army camo. With the nice embroidered logo on the front.
We had requests for camouflage hats.
Yep. And so whether you're using it for hunting, outdoor chores, hiking, whatever, you can use it wherever. So, yeah. But what are we looking to do on those? 20? Is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
20 for the knits.
We'll see how they go at 20.
Yep.
No one's really looking to buy a knit hat right now. So.
Yep. So.
But we also have knives.
Mm-hmm.
We have knives. We
seed,
have
a little bit of seed left.
I was gonna say, you've moved a lot of seed.
I think I'm down to my last couple acres. I got to drop 2 more acres off tomorrow morning.
And we have shirts.
We got shirts, and we're working on getting the vendor lined up so we can have an online order form for shirts so they can ship them directly to your house.
I think there's a site where we can sell all of our merchandise.
I don't know if they can do the knives, but if they start doing the hats and stuff for us, we could do the hats directly through them too.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. So we've kind of been doing it on our own, but we realized that it's hard to line up our schedules with each other, let alone try to line up another person or two to pick up or drop something. Unless we work with you or your family, it's kind of hard for us to get it to you, you know. So, yeah, some highlights from the banquet. I got a brand new deer playing poker picture.
Yeah. Your wife was nice enough to put you down in the silent auction for that. I figured you'd bring it down here for the show.
I mean, I could. It's, you know, it's
I
just
like
up
it.
in the...
It was one of the ones I liked personally. You know, like for like a man cave or like the bar.
Yeah, and
that's nice. I like it.
I do like those ones that aren't some of those ones at sportsman's banquets I think are over branded with whatever organization it is. This one had no branding on it. Yeah. So that was also kind of cool with it that you could, you know,
and it matched the number of the night, which was 8.
Yep.
Table 8. It was 8 out of what, 500 or something?
Yep. Something like that for the print. So that was pretty cool. Just trying to see if I got a picture of it. I know Hannah sent me a picture of it.
You got a cutting board or something down there.
Yeah, I got a cutting board. I won the raffle chair.
Oh yeah. The one thing your wife didn't want you to win.
In the general raffle.
You won.
The one thing that I didn't donate.
Once she said though.
The one thing on the general raffle board we didn't donate.
We don't need that chair. You dumped all your tickets in it.
Yeah, I threw my last. Again, it's hard to say what ticket it was, but my last ticket, I literally threw in that chair because she's like, "You don't need another ground blind chair." I'm like, Kobe.
Got it.
And they get down to it and they call it, and none of us are. I don't think anybody else won a general raffle.
No one had heard.
Mark won that weather vane.
Well, yeah, that was live auction.
Yeah, true.
Liza won the general raffle 410.
Yep, off the gun board. Yep, that's right.
That pump 410. That
yep.
Hatfield.
And then you won the poker chip game.
I won the poker chip game.
Yep, you got the nice.
I kept telling Jake across from us. I said he kept asking his dad, "Let me go buy another poker chip. Let me go buy it." He's like, "Nah." I said, "Listen, Jake." I said, "The winner's right here." I said, "Don't waste your money."
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
he went and bought another one too.
And he did go buy a second chip. But lo and behold, I actually drew my number. I got a nice TriStar over and under with Whitetails Unlimited engraving in the stock.
Yeah, and that had a nice scene with it's pheasants flushing, right?
Yeah.
Yep, pheasants flushing and engraved on it, and the stock, right?
Yeah. In
gotcha.
The butt of the stock.
Yeah.
They had a beautiful gun.
Yeah. So Mark won the weather vane. I won the print. I also won hand of that women shooting class.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just waiting on the date to see if it fits with our schedule, and if not, we might be looking to give that away to a lucky viewer. Because certificate's only good for the, I think it's the September class or the August-September class, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
August, September. Honestly, we gotta.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say too.
we could probably throw it in, but that might be a little too short notice.
Yeah.
Because we got to figure that out. We got to make a trip down to the Buckhorn.
Yep.
And if we're gonna do it, just set the date.
Yeah, book it. Look at our schedules and just book it.
Last week of August is no good for me now.
Yeah, see what I mean? Stuff's filling in already.
Yeah. Because we're going to Cape Cod.
Okay.
Last weekend of August.
Well, we were talking September though, right?
Yeah, we wanted. Yeah, I think September would be better.
So
it'll be the chicken barbecue, but we're throwing in like a raffle with it, so people can hang out. Because I think a lot of people expected when they came to pick up the chicken barbecue to kind of hang out for a little bit, have maybe eat there and have like a beer, but it was just pick up and go.
Sure.
Takeout.
Sure.
So if we do it at the Buckhorn, people can still pick up and go.
Yeah.
Or, they'll have the bar open, we'll have the chicken barbecue again, and we'll have some general raffles and some other stuff going on.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll try to figure out some dates. I just looked at our board over here for the show, and there's a new beta thing, so the nice thing with StreamYard is they're always coming out with new things. So apparently now, we don't even have to click your comments in. If you guys comment in the video, it'll show up live on the screen for us. So if anybody wants to test out the new live commenting, be our guest. Check it out. I'm sure Bo or somebody's tuning in would say at least hey or drop in a question or something, but
no one wants everyone else to know that they're watching.
Well, I'll tell you, there's 6 people watching currently, and I know it's not my wife because her grandma's over and she's having dinner with Nora and my wife right now, and I think
it's
Larry.
Your mom, your aunt, your grandma,
your mom,
my mom,
Liza,
well, yeah,
Sam
does tune in.
Yeah,
he doesn't tell me he does, but he does.
Caleb's Sam.
Oh yeah,
there's 6. There's all 6 of them. There's everybody, all accounted for.
All right, our total following is viewing.
Yeah, thank you guys. So I want to shout out.
Oh yeah, if Steve is, sorry to interrupt you, but if Steve is watching, I have your hat set aside for our little deal.
Gotcha. Good deal. Yeah, I think
it is a good deal.
The only thing, well, my anniversary falls on a Thursday this year, so that's fine.
September?
Mm-hmm.
End of September.
Yep.
Yeah, we would do
maybe the 6th, 7th, because Labor Day is the 1st this year. Maybe the weekend after Labor Day, because the kids probably aren't going to be back to school yet. That wouldn't be a bad time. Because I think we have to do a what? It's a Saturday you can do events on because they're open Sundays. Is that how it is?
Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be a Saturday. Which Saturdays would be better?
Oh, there it is. The new comment coming in.
Did it work?
Bo Hunt says Cape Cod Boogie.
Cape Cod Boogie.
Or Bougie. I don't know.
Bougie? What is that? Boogie? Bougie?
Boogie, Bougie. Whatever. We can't read.
Upstate hunting.
That's Caleb.
Upstate
lawn
hunting.
mowing killer.
So how come he has a upstate hunting thing?
That's his Facebook thing.
Oh.
Kyle Tiffany says, depending on dates, could possibly get the Phelps Fire Hall for your barbecue. Have a pit and the box if you need another option.
Ooh.
That's a fair point. Yeah, because we don't plan on doing any gun raffles or anything at this point. We just do a couple raffle baskets, maybe a...
I have a couple youth bows I picked up dirt cheap. One's not, the thing hasn't even been fired. It's a Hoyt Clash.
Yep.
Came with arrows and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we came with a case. It's got the tags on it, Ben.
Yep.
I picked that thing up dirt cheap.
I do like the... Well, we probably could do it at the fire hall. Maybe we'd have to ask Kyle, but I was thinking about doing maybe like... Because I found one.
Does a fire hall supply a bartender?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or are we going to have coolers full of beer?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to supply alcohol for everybody.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the Buckhorn is that you just...
Cash bar. And
you just request a bartender and they make their money off the bar.
That is nice. I do like the nice live feature over here. I think we can still highlight them.
Bo, how come yours
is... Yeah, we can still highlight the comments.
How come Bo's is coming in Chinese?
He must have put an emoji in it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Or a crossbow. Probably crossbow. With Cape Cod.
Ben just bought a new crossbow.
Yeah, a vertical one.
Did you send it to him?
Yeah, I did. He's like, whose bow is that?
He shoots it. Oh, okay. He says, yes, we do. Yeah. All right. Well, that's an option.
That is a good idea. But, yeah, so that's something we're thinking about. Again, we'll have to see when kids are going back and everything. But, yeah, that's a good option, too, for the fire hall.
What do you guys get for a rental for a day, Kyle?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I know we're talking about being so busy, but if anybody did order NDA soybeans...
So if we go to that... Oh, NDA soybeans. Yeah. Vandermanley was asking about this.
Yeah, if anybody did order NDA soybeans from Wellsville branch, the pickup is Saturday. So I have a showing. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my beans and my neighbor's beans that I offered to pick up for him. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be going down to pick up mine. I'll pick yours up. He's like, cool, I'll give you gas money.
I'm not driving to Wellsville.
Yeah, I know you're not driving to Wellsville.
I'm not driving to Wellsville Saturday.
I got to see if I can show something out that way too, but it's tough. Bo says, you guys getting a lot of rain out that way? Yeah, we got quite a bit today, but not as much as I thought we were going to get, it feels like. Because I went down and checked on my birds and everything, and it was pretty dry. I thought I was going to be having to put straw out today to keep the mud down, but it's not too bad. And my little chickens aren't too wet either, so... Kyle said, just throwing it out there, I'll reach out with info. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it. That sounds good. And hopefully you got somebody to come check out your woods or whatever. If you need a second set of eyes or whatever, let me know. But
he's been out there trimming up some Christmas trees.
Well, he was looking at maybe having some timber cut, I guess, out back further.
Well, I know, but I seen him on...
Oh, with the machete?
With his machete sickle, shaping them Christmas trees.
Making them pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Making them pretty. But, and a nice place, dude. We had some photos done there last year at their tree farm. Mm-hmm. Was it Kira? Is that her name? Tucker's girlfriend, wife that does the photo sessions there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So they were pretty good. Kyle says, haven't yet. It's getting green, man. It's getting tough to see stuff. I was saying that the other day when I was out and about. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, everything's just been rolling so much. Yeah, NDA soybean pickup is this weekend. I'm trying to figure out if I can get down there, if I got Joe to go do it. Kia, sorry.
It's like the car?
With a...
Is that without an I? It's an E?
Yep, you got it.
Nice.
Yep. So, yeah, she did nice...
I like Tucker.
She did a nice Christmas photo session there.
Tucker's a good kid.
So, that was pretty good. We had some nice ones. Of course, it's easy with Nora. You know, me and Hannah are just meh. You know, well, I'm definitely meh.
Well, no one's looking at you guys in the pictures.
Yeah, everybody's looking at Nora's big smile. I can't remember if she had teeth in that or if she was still big toothless. But she's walking now. So since last episode, she's actually like walking, and now it's all over now. Mm-hmm. Nate came down, I put her down, she started walking toward Nate. Mm-hmm. So It's all over. Just short of 15 months, and she's all walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
So
welcome.
Yep.
Welcome to that stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Too smart for her own good, can get into everything. Yeah.
Yep. She's a good climber too.
Yeah, I made the mistake of teaching her how to climb stuff when she was not able to walk, climbing stairs and everything. Now she climbs over the back of the couch, but she goes down like backwards. Like she'll sit on the couch on the top of it, turn around, and then slide feet first down, and then like, and we work on going down the stairs backwards too. So yeah, she's figuring it out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Maybe that first weekend in September might be the winner. You know, I got to see when Hannah's students go back. That's the big one. That'll be the challenge for me, because that's an all-day move-in for her.
Yeah, we'll shoot for that. We probably have to cap out the limit of tickets we sell.
Yeah.
Just because if I do the chicken barbecue again, I'm a little capped out on some space.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, I guess so to recap it, if you guys aren't familiar with how we did it last year with...
I have to sell like 100. Yeah. I can do 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess they got the pits at the fire hall.
Or the Buckhorn. They got pits there too, don't they?
Barbecue pits? I don't know.
I think they do. Anyway, yeah, so last year what we did was any of the money we made, so after our food was paid for, and we didn't do raffles or anything like that, we bought a lifetime license with the proceeds.
Yeah, I think we came out $20 ahead on that.
After the lifetime license?
After we bought Dan.
So
Dan, who works with my brother at Elderly, won it.
Yep.
I met up with him at Runnings, and he got a lifetime big game hunting license. And yeah, after everything, the cost of the chicken and the sides, the food, and everything, I think we came out $20 ahead on that deal.
Yep. So.
But that was cool. I don't know. We might do that again. We might, I don't know, pick something to donate money to.
Yep.
Raise money for.
Yeah. So we'll see. Or we might put a little bit into the podcast. And I mean, we did just drop for a new bike. I think everything else is pretty good. I mean, we pay for the software and the streaming and stuff, but that's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's like a Netflix subscription amount, dollar-wise, a month, really.
Yeah. Then the little bit of merchandise we got, it's out of pocket.
Yeah, so we put some of that toward it and stuff like that.
And the money we get back from it, we kind of try to roll it back in to kind of keep a cycle going.
And we're drinking Hobart Left Behinds because, we can't afford to buy beer anymore. Anyway, so what else do we got? The softball tournament for Golisano Children's Hospital that was put together by the Lions High School seniors. It was like an impromptu.
That was pretty cool. Kind of bummed I missed it.
Kind of pickup tournament. So we'll see if they do it next year because it was a senior project kind of thing for their community service part of their graduation requirement. I guess they raised just a little over $2,000 at that event. So we did, Whitetail Properties. I did the shirts for us, and then I did the shirts for the other team that Mark, one of my clients, and he's been on the show before. His son that was on the show, the youth hunter that had the success, Jacob, he's a cancer survivor, childhood cancer survivor, so he had a team, Jacob Strong. So we both played in the tournament. I think they had 7 or 8 teams, something like that. Double elimination, so you had to lose twice. And we ended up getting second place with Team Whitetail Properties. We lost to a bunch of beer league heroes.
Hey, what do you do?
But I want to shout out, and this will probably be our shirt vendor going forward, Volcom shirts. They did some sick shirts for it, which I have one for you too, Nate, in case you did decide to come that day. So I have an extra large for you.
Sweet.
But yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, so we got a couple ideas for Volcom to do shirts for us. I know you like the logos on the back and stuff, so maybe we'll do that. We'll like the Whitetail Properties, because they'll do 2 sides on a shirt for, basically what we have into shirts, and or we're paying more than what they'll charge us for them. Mm-hmm. So.
And we'll have a link where you can just go on their website.
And you can get whatever size you want, maybe different colors, etc. And they'll ship it right to your door. Or if you're local enough and they're out making deliveries, they'll drop it on your doorstep. So, or if you do big bulk orders, if you want to get them for your whole family for Christmas, we might do a Christmas special T-shirt. Who knows? If we can just keep dropping him designs, because that's when I was talking to him. He's like, if you just give us designs, we'll make you a whole collection, they call it. So we'll go to the 100 proof link and go to collection, and you can pick from any of our shirts, and it goes right to you. So that's kind of what we're thinking. Keep it simple, keep it easy. And, yeah. So that covers that. What else did we have this weekend? I had showings on Saturday, which wrote an offer for a house with acreage, so I got a client that's waiting to get signed, but verbally accepted by the seller. So I got a buyer into a home on 48 and change for acres. Pretty cool in Cayuga County.
I don't think that's...
Alright, so riddle me this. They usually rob gas stations and grew up with no father foundation. They like music that rhymes with comet. 50% of crimes. Who are they?
Zurich?
Don't know.
I don't know. We'll,
Don't know you, Zurich.
Yeah, maybe get rid of that.
Yep. We gotta censor the chat. It's a good idea, but we gotta censor it unless there was a delay on it. Anyway,
I think we just gotta figure out how to block them so we can't.
Yeah. Just keep the we try to keep the show family friendly within reason.
I mean, we do a little bit of swearing, but
yep.
Try to keep it as. But, anyways, yeah. So
Memorial Day weekend coming up. What do you got going on? Going camping? Doing anything like that?
Just typical stuff. My brother wants my help Saturday. I'm sure there'll be some kind of family picnic going on. But yeah, I don't know. When it comes to the turkey hunting, that's been pretty pathetic.
Kick you in the teeth.
I've only actually been out once with you. That one day is the only time I've been out. I've actually been on multiple fishing trips.
Yep.
I went up to Black Lake. That was a good time.
Yeah, you did tear it up on Black Lake.
Yeah, we caught a ton of pike, some bass in there, some crappie, rock bass. That was a good time. Then, I don't know if I talked about this or not before, but we went to Albany.
The striper trip.
Striped bass fishing. We went to Albany, striper fishing on the Hudson. Liza was the only one to catch a striper. The rest of us caught a bunch of catfish, but it was fun. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, I've never caught a striper.
Me either.
Liza has.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah.
I don't have anything really going this weekend, just some showings potentially and some time with the family. Now that Hannah's students have all moved out, that's slowed down a little bit before everything gets crazy with students moving back and Sauerkraut Fest and all that stuff. So we'll see. I think we'll probably be pouring at the Kraut Crawl for the Kraut Fest.
It'd be the first weekend in August.
Yep. First, is it the first or the first full? I forget how it's written. Hold on. I know it's in my calendar. It is the first full weekend. So this year it starts on Thursday, the 31st of July, and then goes Friday the 1st, Saturday the 2nd, Sunday the 3rd.
Kraut Crawl.
Kraut Crawl will probably be there pouring again. We have a lot of viewers and friends and fans that show up.
At the, well, of course, we don't really know where they're going to put us, but probably at the Art Center again.
I'll say Art Center, yeah. It's a good time. Looking closer in the forecast, I have a camping trip the last weekend in May going into June. It'll be the first time that we take Nora camping, and we're tent camping, so this will be fun.
Ooh, tent camping.
Yeah, hopefully the weather's not like it is this weekend.
We did that with Owen.
Yep.
We went up to Rollins Pond.
Yeah, we're going to Moffett Beach, which is over other side of Utica area. So we went there 2 years ago before Nora was born. Hannah's friends from college have a big get-together they do at the end of May. And so that's what we'll be going to do and hang out for that. I think we're staying Friday, Saturday, coming back Sunday. And then Hannah leaves for a trip in June, so I'll be daddying alone that week. And then the next weekend is Arrowfest.
Arrowfest, that'll be a good time.
So Nate's never been.
Never been. Maybe I'll do Finanza this year too. When's that?
That would be. I don't think they've released the dates, but that's. We might want to check that before we book the.
Finanza? Shedfest?
Not Shedfest, the cookout. Might want to make sure we don't book it on the same weekend as Finanza.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'll actually double check right now about when that is. So yeah, we got Arrowfest, so that's a good time. We'll probably throw together some stuff for a Target sponsorship for them. Throw together some merch and stuff to donate. And then we got archery shoot. They have two different competitions. They got a target course, and then they have a long shot, which the long shot, based on how you score on the long shot target, gets you that many raffle tickets. So basically, I guess for an example, if you score a 10, you get 10 tickets. If you score like a 5, you get 5 tickets. If you score a bullseye, you get 20, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. However, they got it set up every year. So yeah, it's a good time, and that's their main fundraiser for the Wellsville branch. We'll be down there hanging out most of the day. Maybe we'll shoot an episode, but probably not. We'll probably just be hanging out and shooting bows, and Mm-hmm. Last year my mom came with Nora, so that was cool. Weather cooperated, but we'll see. So you can get your tickets online at deerassociation.com. Go into the events tab and find it for Arrowfest, or I think you can buy your shooting passes and tickets day of. But if you want like advanced sale raffle packages or any of that stuff, you buy that ahead of time. You get a better bundle deal.
Yeah. How much is it to like enter, or you just show up?
I should have had this pulled up, Nate. Good call. So I will look that up.
You sent me the flyer, but I couldn't find it in there.
Yeah, I know. Actually, speaking of that, I should just look at what Sean sent me today. Got it. 5th annual Arrowfest. This is their 5th annual. Oh, come on. Okay, so they got a half-mile woods course. That's 10 targets. They also have a 3D competition, which is 10 targets. And then they have a long shot raffle, so they've switched it up a little bit this year. There's 3 different archery shooting sections. And if you're shooting the long shot raffle, make sure you have at least 5 arrows, it says. But the food and drinks, the cool thing with this is it's unlimited food, beer, and soft drinks with your entry ticket. They got some kegs of Jenny and usually another local brewery down there from Wellsville. I think they've done like the Sasquatch beer and stuff before. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely would recommend going. It's a great time. There is no ticket price information. Just scan the QR code for more ticket information. But yeah, it's a good event. I look forward to it. I think I've been to every one of them. So, Jeff says, "How you making out with your second turkey?" Jeff, we can't find our first turkey. So, yeah, the hunts we talked about last time was a previous season's success that we were reminiscing on and talking about the, I guess what worked for it and what didn't work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't been doing any turkey hunting whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean we try.
Just can't find them. And any pieces I'm allowed to hunt. We even messed around on a little state land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tried to strike some birds over there at the end of the day. And just, like you said, just couldn't find any. I think I've heard maybe 2 or 3 gobbles all season. I know the cartel guys, they're on the road right now. I was just talking to Tyler before the show started. They're up in Maine. They're killing it all up and down New England. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of miles on the truck, and they're deer hunters too, but they're tore up with turkeys. And, and they're having a lot of success for it, and they're good at it. So, and like I was talking to Brandon, he's been on the show before, and what they say is get out of New York, guys. You guys want to kill birds, go out of New York. Tags are pretty reasonable, and then just put some gas in the vehicle, grab a loaf of bread, and hit the road. Go after some turkeys. Eat your damn turkey if you kill one. So, yeah, it's definitely not as fruitful as it's been in the past, I guess. So, let's see here. So ticket prices, and your ticket prices for Arrowfest make up all your food, all your drink, all you can eat, a door prize ticket. So everybody that goes, that's a cool thing, goes home with a prize that day, no matter what. And as the numbers get drawn for your door prize ticket, you go up and you pick something off the door prize table. You got thousands of dollars worth of stuff on the door prize table for folks. And then event swag, so they have like usually cups, koozies, stickers, T-shirts. There's a single adult ticket, which is $40. That gets you all that.
Yeah, how much is it to shoot?
What's that?
How much is it to shoot?
I'm getting to that. So, adult archery pass is $15. Or day of for $20. So if you're waiting to go day of to shoot, it's $20. If you want to be a VIP, you get VIP only raffles, T-shirt, VIP raffle pack, $15 vendor, shooting passes as well. That's $300, and there's only 30 of those available. If you're under 16 or a designated driver, it's $20. So, youth passes are $10 for pre-sale, $15 for day of, and raffle packs day of are $100 pre-sale, $125 day of. So, yep.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Yep. And the shirts came out pretty cool this year. I'm not wearing one right now. I thought I was. I was wearing one yesterday. So, yeah, I don't know. We might do like a Sasquatch and an archery pass or whatever.
Yeah.
The shirts came out pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. A Sasquatch shooting a deer target.
Yeah, everyone's going with the Sasquatch logo.
Everybody likes the
everybody's thing lately.
Mm-hmm. So,
multiple breweries I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple bars, I guess.
Yep.
Dirty Dicks.
Dirty Jacks, you mean?
Yeah, Dirty Jacks.
Dirty Dicks.
I think Dirty Dicks is a crab shack down in.
That could be.
Down in like the.
Yeah, we got
Outer Banks.
We got your crabs, Dirty Dicks.
Yeah. All right, so Dirty Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Their thing is Sasquatch. Solitude, where we had the Shed Fest. Their thing is Sasquatch, and now.
Yep.
Arrowfest is Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Sasquatch.
It's a neat look, definitely. Yeah, and then what else we got coming up in June? I'm trying to think. We got something else coming up in June, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let's talk whitetails.
Yeah.
The whole reason we do this
show. So I have Milo because I was told by a bunch of viewers and clients and friends to order it, and guess what? Only one guy came through and bought and picked up and paid for his Milo. So I have a bunch of Milo this year because that was going to be the new sexy food plot crop. So I was like, yeah, I'll spend the couple $100 on a bag of Milo with shipping, and now I'm sitting with a whole pile of Milo.
Yeah. You might have a sweet Milo plot on your...
Yeah. So, all my corn I bought is gone. For what I'm using and then what other friends and stuff are using. So I have no more corn.
So you're going corn again?
And a couple of the plots. But remember, we took the... Oh, you haven't been out there still yet to see everything get expanded.
Nope.
Well, Keith's been out there. Jake's been out there. Gary's been out there for a ride. Owen and you need to come out for a ride, Nate.
Frickin'...
He would love it.
He would love it.
Well, you saw the pond part. You didn't see where I got down on the trails and started hammering all that back.
I see. Well, yeah, I looked down the trails, But I know across the road I didn't see none of that.
Well, across the road I hadn't done yet, and I hadn't gone down the power line yet. Oh yeah, you were there a little bit that one day.
Yeah.
But I went further than that.
All right, I shed hunted it.
Yep, I went big. I went a little bigger. Jeff says, I was spreading manure today, seen my first fawn. I'm glad it jumped up and ran. It would have been time. It's over. Yeah, he would have ran it right over. I saw one 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was mowing at her lease and popped one up by a little rose bush. Cutting in a 4-wheeler trail. So that was kind of neat. He got up, ran off. But I think folks have been seeing him now since probably first week of May. Is when I started hearing the rumblings that people were getting them on camera and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, they're dropping.
Yep. So, most of it is, most of my stuff right now is in, like, no mow May mode. It's kind of a tongue twister, but I'm trying to keep mowing to a minimum right now so there's good fawning habitat and poult habitat. And mostly so you don't, whack them or run them over. I mean, last year I hit a frickin' hen at a client piece because he told me to wait till after turkey season to mow. Well, guess what? Middle of June, there was a turkey nesting. Pretty sure it was a hen. And I ran her over. Didn't find a nest or any evidence of it, but maybe I crushed that all too. Or she came out sideways out of the brush hog, but she was obliterated.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I remember that.
Yeah. Because I was bummed, dude. I was just like, this is why we don't listen to the client sometimes, and we just do what should be done, and I should have mowed it, like, right now, middle of May. Because you can still get out there right now and see pretty decent while you're mowing. And mow it down nice. So, actually, I started mowing out there just the other day. I started mowing the trails in and started knocking down some of the fields where I could see them. Yep, the local guy. So, yeah. But, nope, it's been good. I've been busy with consults, habitat cutting. Seems like I've done more cutting this year than I've done in the past couple of years.
We were pushing it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Cutting.
So.
And update on
the plot?
My projects.
Yep.
So the boulevard extension.
Mm-hmm.
I got more deer than ever going down that fucking trail. We got like a dinger.
Bing,
I'm
bing,
telling
bing,
you.
Bing, 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 bing. Ring the bell.
They're using it. Unbelievable.
Daily.
Like just making those defined trails.
Mm-hmm.
Turned it around like that.
Yep.
I think doubling those trails by making that Y split helped a lot too. Because you're picking up two different sides of the hill there.
But, where you put the blockade kind of like with the cutting to force them up.
Well,
is what you're talking about, or?
Well, the boulevard I split into a Y, if you remember right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it funnels, those two Ys come to a point where it comes across that bench.
Yep.
The kill zone.
Mm-hmm.
Where the kitty kill pool is. I'm telling you, it actually worked. I was surprised. I pulled that card
with the buck
twice
juice.
now.
You gonna put the buck juice on it, or the buck oil? What were we calling that?
The baby buck oil. If you put it out there, your deer will start getting
the freak on.
Start having a freak off in front of your stand.
You got it.
I don't know. Is that bad?
It's our new marketing gimmick.
Oh, that's bad. I don't know how people feel about this.
Playing with the edge of.
I love watching famous people.
The edge of politically correct.
Yeah, I love watching famous people go down. But anyways, so yeah, I mean that update, and then I'm sure most of you guys saw the unorthodox food plot idea. Mm-hmm. And
you want some Milo? I got some Milo.
Yeah, take some Milo.
Should have thrown it out there for this inch of rain we got today.
So most people are probably thinking, yeah, that's just going to get mowed down before season. Which is fine. Because I save more.
Mm-hmm.
So I just plant more of it. Mm-hmm. And then I get them nice little green
little salad, little candy.
Little beans starting to come up early bow season.
Mm-hmm. Maybe mixing a little hunter-proof turnip over the top with it if you need to reset it.
Yeah, I could always throw the hunter-proof in there.
Mm-hmm. So
but I
it's
still
got options.
There's plenty of options to it.
But what it does is it's establishing that pattern of use, and it's right adjacent to the boulevard stand, and it works out for the tower. It works out for kind of the whole way that end of that farm sets up.
I guess the way I kind of set it up is like an X.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the field edge, and then you have the boulevard just inside the woods,
mm-hmm.
and then it comes to my stand point, and it crosses, and then they
kind of transverse back through.
Transverse back through that bedding.
Mm-hmm. You did shoot old Limpy right in the middle of the X, didn't you? That I mowed in the field. Pretty damn close, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was pretty close. Yeah, so he was out there eating in the clover, Willie.
Hunter-proof clover.
Willie.
The original spring mix. The OG spring mix.
That was the OG spring mix. That was before
That was like test plot spring mix.
Yeah, that was test plot year. And it worked out well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how much that stuff's still growing.
Yeah. And
well, he didn't mow it a whole lot last year, so a lot of that went to seed again.
Yeah. Sure. But I'm just waiting for him to give you the okay to, we could really design that into a freaking masterpiece little food plot.
I know. I wish he would, but
yeah. Still needs the round bales.
Yeah.
But no, it's still a sweet spot with the way you can set it up and you're maximizing the most out of that spot. That's just
the best part about that spot is the access.
Yeah.
On a west or north wind, it's money.
There's nothing.
Your money. Your access.
Your sight line's good.
Perfect.
Your wind's perfect.
Access to that spot is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Morning, evening, either or, doesn't matter. With the way it rolls, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, case in point, Liza had an opportunity out of it last year. You killed your buck over there last year. You killed a good buck with the bow over there. It's just a good spot, dude. And I think our lease is going to hammer on this year. I got looking at it. I think I want to put up 2, maybe 3 new stand/blind locations. I know we were talking on top by that cherry tree, overlooking both ag fields.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do that with maybe a short tower, and we might take that like
a buck hut?
Like a buck hut, or even that...
Just put a stand in that cherry.
Well, we could do that too.
Put an 18-footer right in it.
Well, not 18, even a one section. I think would get you up high enough.
Yeah.
Without being silhouetted out. You know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty good.
You hunt the whole property right there.
Yeah, and then that little corner, I think they're going to put it into beans. I really do, because it's getting a little late. A bunch of the corn's already going into most of the fields, and these fields aren't wet. They're pretty dry. So, if it's beans, we are 100-proofing the living snot out of it, because they don't chisel plow after harvest over there.
Yeah.
So we'll have standing turnip in soybean after they harvest it. Similar to how it was at my grandma's, where I, killed that doe this past year, late season.
Mm-hmm.
And could have shot a good buck if I had a tag. Which made it through, by the way. So that was good. Never found his sheds, but he made it through the season. I mean, I let him go didn't let him go. I didn't have a tag, but had him go past me second to last day. So, but yeah, so Dad was just asking me about that for what we're going to do where. So I told him, he's like, start getting drawn out. I said, dude, we just need to sit down with the map and draw it up, go through it, measure it, I got plenty of seed.
Game plan.
My seed supplier actually changed jobs to a different company, so I got to figure out if I'm going to keep using Seedway or if I'm going to go with the new seed company for my sourcing. Same seed, same product, so just probably going to be whatever ends up being better cost. Or if it's nickels and dimes, I might just stick with Mason because he's been good for me. Mm-hmm. So, and he drops it off literally right at my house most of the time.
Yeah, Mason's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's good stuff. Yeah, dude. Other than that, new food plots. Don't really have any new ones. Might do a small one at the lease by the pond down there in the north end of the hayfield where the pond is and that maple. There's a pretty nice maple I saw in there when I was mowing trails that I think would be a nice place for a little like quarter-acre clover kill, like in that corner or something, or even a brassica plot maybe.
Yeah.
With like brassica adjacent toward the napping spot.
I like the napping
I love
spot.
the napping spot, dude. If there was a better spot there to put a stand, I would love to put a stand there in the napping spot.
It's just all kind of shrub.
Yep.
And then it's just property we don't have permission to.
Yep, exactly. So, and it's like right on the line, on the line. So, but yeah, so we'll get over there, do a ride around. I did get all the trails knocked in finally before we got this rain. I was like, especially the swamp trails, I was like, I should probably mow these before.
Did you get your sticks cleaned up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did.
Right.
Cleaned them up again, too.
Twice. Put them all in the same pile?
No, I moved the pile.
Oh.
I actually put it in the stick pile where it belongs. Yeah.
I was hoping you were
thought about stacking it up to fill the door.
I was hoping you were going to go another route with it.
Stack it up, fill the door with it. Cut that ash tree down and just stack it all in front of the door. I thought this was the new spot. Yeah, so other than that, dude, I don't have that many more plans. We did the big projects with the excavator this year. If it would just stop raining, we could get a dozer in to finish the grade work around the pond that we did. But
a lot of rain. Every day.
Seems like it, dude. I was talking to a couple farmers, dude. They were just freaking complaining, man. And I get it. Like, you know, if you're trying to get ground worked right now, it's a nightmare. And then they're talking like, hey, we got another 2 inches of rain coming. It's like well, what? You know, it just doesn't stop. Dad says 2 clover fields restarted this year. Look phenomenal. Red clover in full bloom. That would probably be the crimson, I'm guessing. The really, really dark red flowers. Same, I was over mowing at that client's the other day.
Crimson's usually just an annual, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's early popping.
I guess.
But it's in with all the mix. So with the crimson, you can either wait for it to go to seed, or if it's just starting to come on for flower, you can mow it and it will still regrow a little bit. But once it goes to seed and drop seed, yes, it dies. Whereas some of your whites, they will continuously seed year after year. Medium red, you'll do that a little bit sometimes too. Yeah, anything that's got crimson in it right now, right about where we are, mid to late May, first part of June even, depends on when the frost point breaks for us. They look beautiful right now with that bright. That's why it's called crimson clover, man. It's pretty. So yeah, it should be looking good. We overseeded some of our clover plots, restarted, and we got some stuff probably going back into corn for one more year. Other stuff will be rotated out of corn, probably going into crimson wheat mix of some sort. A couple of them we got to rotate 100 proof. A couple of them will go back into 100 proof, or plots we let go fallow for a year to be going into 100 proof. So we got a lot of moving parts, and basically, like I told Dad, he's like, start thinking about it, writing it down. I'm like, you just got to take a ride. Just got to pick it, throw Nora in the side by side because she loves going for a ride, and we'll just go for a ride around and talk about them and look at them. Like if the clover looks good and it fits fine for the program, like some of the ones we redid, we'll probably leave them in clover. Or if for whatever reason the clover's coming on good and we just need to give it a grass kill or something, we're a little late for the grass kill. At this point, I would be looking to mow it off hard and pretty medium low, and then let that grass start coming back up over the top of the clover, hit it with a grass kill if it's something that you got a lot of grass on. Because before you know it, dude, like we should be planting corn here, first part of June, I'm thinking. So we got to start gearing up to spraying. Dad says, can't mow that crimson clover. The cereal grain nurse crop looks really good too. Yep. So that's another nice thing is if your cereal grains are doing their job, holding off the weeds and stuff, you don't have to go in there and mow right now. As long as it's not going into corn or something. So Yeah, well, like I said, we just got to take a. Sounds like mom and dad took a ride probably the last day or two when it was nice out.
Sounds like it.
So, but yeah, it's pretty. Um, good good wheat and rye. That's what we did for nurse crops for it. So good to know. But yeah, we just need to take a ride. Maybe we'll have Dad back on for another planning episode with the whiteboard. We'll go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody did like that episodes with Dad. It's one of our probably most viewed episodes.
Mm-hmm.
The episodes with Dad. It's probably your wife rewatching it over and over with my dad's soothing voice.
Oh yeah,
I think is how she put it.
Yeah. Yep, Brian's soothing voice. She was getting a kick out of him at the banquet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad came. One of my clients came, and then a prospective client that I'm looking at listing one of his properties for him came too with his nephew. So it was a good time. I think everybody had a good time. They said they'd come again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like to support conservation organizations. That's the other thing we got coming in June. June 21st.
Jake Days.
Jake Days for the youth there. Got off the phone with, like I said, Tyler and Cartel Calls before we went on the episode because I was touching up some details. He's going to be out of state filming for an outdoor show, doing habitat work, I think is what they're doing. And they're going to donate. Cartel Calls is going to donate. So every kid at Jake Days goes home with a mouth call. Every kid. Send them home with a call. Mom says I'll plant trees.
That's
awesome.
nice of them guys.
Yep. So, but we're still. I think Brandon might be able to come. I got one person lined up for the archery station for the kids to shoot bows. Tim's gonna come run that for us.
Tim Rose.
Yep. And I'm just trying to line up somebody because we got talking about at the meeting. We're like, all these cool events. Like we're gonna have like a touch and feel wildlife station with like furs, and Jeff's gonna probably be there because Jeff always comes to kids events. They love Jeff. Which is what? No, the full size deer.
Oh,
Jeff, that Jeff. Everybody loves coming and just touching Jeff.
I don't know. Jeff. Oh yeah, Jeff.
Everybody loves coming and petting Jeff.
My name's
Fox.
Jeff.
No.
Yeah, my name's Jeff.
So. Yeah, so
he looks like a paddable guy.
He's a nice guy. He's a really good guy. Thank you, Jeff, for all you do. So we'll have like the whitetail station. We'll have trap shooting. There's going to be a guy with a mini excavator, so some of the older kids can get in the mini X and dig us some dirt. Ooh, and Nate's like, I'm coming to play in the dirt.
I planned on coming. Yeah, you're signing everybody jobs but me. What's my job?
Whatever you want to do. We could do turkey hunting and setup. This is how you don't kill them, kids.
Yeah.
You gotta put out 20 decoys so it looks like a realistic flock here.
See this recliner?
You see this recliner? Just sit in that and wait for deer season.
Wait for deer season.
Yeah, so yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. My dad will be there. He was working the whitetail booth with me, but maybe he'll do something on turkey calling and setup. I figure on having, a few slate calls for him to scratch on, a couple box calls for him to yelp on. Like I said, everybody goes home with a mouth call, their own mouth call. So we don't have to keep dunking them in Listerine between the kids. I think that's how it was when I went to Jake's Days when I was a kid, dude. I remember we got talking about it at the meeting. I remember going to Jake's Days when I was a kid.
Same place?
I want to say when we did them, my dad might be able to speak more to this. When we did them, I think that they got hosted at Danny Thorne's camp over there with the branch out of Clyde, or the chapter out of Clyde, however you want to call it. Branch, chapter, whatever. But I might have went to the one at the North Seneca Sportsman's Club too.
I've never been.
My dad.
Jake's Day.
My dad might know. But it's a good time, whether your kid is, 2 or 5. They got, rock painting and other arts and crafts kind of stuff for kids. There'll be skeet shooting. There's usually a fishing station where they can cast toward hula hoops with different stuff. Spinning reel, fly rod, bait caster. So kids can play around with all that stuff too. And the other thing is, it's 100% free event. There's no pre-registration. You just show up with your kids. You know, no limit or whatever you want to call it, and it's free food and free drinks, free water and soda.
Seneca Sportsman's Club.
Seneca Sportsman's Club, June 21st. I believe it starts at 9. I want to say. I'll tell you in 1 second. Got it here somewhere. Stand by. I know we should have had this already. You guys were slacking. There it is. 9 to 1. Lunch and everything is free at it. Danny's Camp and at Savannah Dew. I guess I went to one.
Savannah Dew.
Oh, Savannah Dew. Still for sale. So if anybody wants to try to buy Savannah Dew, give me a call. I would be happy to be your agent to represent you in that transaction and set up a private showing and tour of the property for you. Pre-qualification and proof of funds, I believe, is required for that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's one that I'd love to have a crack at, listing it or have the opportunity to sell it. We did list a really nice one, 600 acres down in Naples, 3 cabins, big private lake on it. So this was actually a suggestion from my broker, so we'll do that right now. Hannah says, nice hats. Thank you. Bucky's guarding mine at the moment.
Thanks.
Yeah, did a nice job on them.
Mine are Ben's.
So, probably yours. She hates mine.
She says you're a walking billboard.
She says I'm a walking billboard all the time. All the time. So, let's see here. Let's put another present.
Is he going to show off that new crossbow you got?
I will, actually. I think that's a good one. So, right here.
Right,
there we go.
Well, you're making your sales pitch.
I'm going to use the head?
Yeah.
So, if anybody's not familiar with the Whitetail Properties website, we're going to do this once a show. We're going to show a featured property for our area. One of the featured listings for either mine or one of my co-workers' listings. So, if anybody's tuning in and watching this from the team, which I'll be going out with Jim Klossner tomorrow, doing a full day ride along with him, learning from a good one. Here's one that I want to feature right here. Boom. Wayne County, right down the road from where I grew up in Savannah. Got this beautiful 85, almost 86 acre piece. $185,000 just off of Route 31 asking price and Hogback Road. Really nice property. Got a small little cutout for another parcel there, but it goes into some great wetland habitat, some great wet woodland, potential building site here along the road, and some tillable acreage. So just a beautiful property. And some of the pictures of it right here. We'll go through them. Kind of featured property of the day right here. Really nice. Mix of wet woods, mostly maple. Some nice deer on the property. Some really good fishing in the creek out back. I don't know. I think that might be Crusoe Creek that goes through the back, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check, but yeah, mix of maple. Some logging roads throughout. There's obviously some marsh flats. I think this is Crusoe Creek, if I'm not mistaken. It goes back through there. Shot a lot of carp on Crusoe Creek, or whatever the body of water that is. I shot a lot of carp there. Great opportunity for hunting, recreating, and piece of properties you don't see come up very often. Here's a really good aerial shot of the parcel. It goes right up to about in here. Right up along, this is 31, and then right down here. Pretty piece. There you go, Nate. This is your farm in good old Wayne County. Yeah, it's the one we just listed over in Savannah.
Savannah Dew?
No, right next to it though. Actually, it butts it. A piece of it. This is on 31 and Hogback Road. So,
okay.
If anybody is interested in checking out this property or setting up a personal tour for it, feel free to give me a buzz. But that's our featured property for Whitetail Properties for this segment. Brought to you by Whitetail Properties, Finger Lakes, Ben Williams. And Tim and Heather Kent, Finger Lakes Properties team. There we go. Boop.
Bing bang.
If you're interested in sponsoring an upcoming episode with your group or organization, let us know. All you got to do is support one episode, and we'll put you on. We'll give you some airtime, whatever you want to do. We'll read some ads, because we appreciate the support from everybody we get.
I'm trying to get Blue Chew.
You and the Blue Chew.
They're not responding.
I was thinking, like, you know, the companies we've worked with for a while, like Heritage, or, you know, like we shout out NDA or whatever. We don't need them to sponsor necessarily, but, you know, like Heritage or, you know, Blue Chew.
Row. I'm going to try Row. I think Row took over Blue Chew.
Could be. I don't know.
I think it's the same thing. They just switched names.
So we were trying to get on with Exodus, but then they went out of business. So that went right down the tube.
Hannah says, "How do we sponsor?" Call Ben.
Yep, call Ben or Nate. We'll set it up for you. Ben's hustling. Yeah, showing off some properties. But yeah, if anybody is looking, you know, we just sent out a bunch of mailers for just listed for that area, and then as stuff's closing, we'll have cards and mailers going out. So our inventory, once we start moving some properties in an area, picks up pretty quickly. So I anticipate more stuff coming in the surrounding area. So yeah, if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or more than one episode for us, or being the title sponsor, we could happily put your logo up in the upper corner, up here, or down around the bottom in the ticketer. We can put your logo anywhere during the whole show. Depends on the level of sponsorship. Blue Chew and big headline.
Blue Chew.
Ticketer across the bottom. So
Get your
buck fever on
baby,
with Blue Chew.
Get your baby buck oil.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Nate. We're gonna get canceled. Just got sponsored and we're getting canceled.
Okay, stop. It's so funny.
It is. It's a good one.
I can't wait for the documentary. I am so psyched.
After the trials and everything?
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So is LeBron really in on it?
I don't know.
That's
I think it's gonna come out in the thing if it is. Yeah, so the title of this was Arrowfest and Outdoor Events New Bow, which we haven't really talked about.
We got to talk about your new crossbow.
And then more. So, I mean, more, we talked about that with potential sponsorship opportunities and stuff. But yeah, so I joined the dark side. I feel like I'm losing testosterone already. I need a Blue Chew.
I think Ben got a little baby buck oil on him.
Yep,
So
I did. So this is my brand new bow for this year. I finally got rid of my crossbow after all these years.
I'm happy for Ben, but I'm not happy about his choice.
Yep. So I went out and bought my first brand new bow, which was a Matthews, one of our corporate sponsors for Whitetail Properties. Heritage Outdoor Sports hooked me up with the accessories. My new dual pin sight, stabilizer, the nice kickstand legs, custom string, and I went with the old school bottomland limbs.
Bottomland limbs?
Came out pretty sick, and it actually, I think, weighs less than my old Hoyt, too.
Probably.
Well, it's a little shorter. Because I want to be able to, you know, shoot them out of my nice, cozy tower blinds. I mean, I can't give up my crossbow and my tower blinds in one season.
He shoots it sideways, Bo.
I do. I shoot it gangster style.
Yeah.
Shoot it like this. But the thing's screaming. It's, I got 65-pound limbs because I'm a little bitch. I can't pull 70. And then we maxed it out because I wanted to max it at 65, and it maxed out at like 69.9 pounds. So I'm like, and Lou's like, oh, usually it's like a pound. He's like, is it mislabeled? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. You're the bow guy. We're setting it up. So
it draws pretty heavy.
Yeah, It's 70 pounds.
Once it relieves, though, it's...
Oh, it's nice. It's got a nice back wall in it.
Like, the draw, I noticed, is definitely heavier than mine.
Yeah, I think you're a 65-pound max on your limbs, aren't they?
Could be.
I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago that I drew your name out with that ticket.
Did you?
Yeah. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was you. You did draw my name.
You're welcome.
I win a lot.
He wins guns, wins bows. We're gonna go to Arrowfest, and
I took second in our league.
You took second in the winter league. I didn't even place in either flight.
Jenny there. She drew. I won the 6-pack of arrows.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. I missed that. When that happened?
That was a couple years ago.
Oh, for the summer league one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won the. Oh, what was it?
And then it was a summer league. It was winter league.
Was it winter league?
Yeah, Jen and Kelsey.
Oh, that's right.
Jen drew it.
Yep, Jenny drew it. I thought you meant Jen Price.
Oh no,
talking Jenny Bates.
Yeah.
Soon to be something else. She's engaged now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. She's in. I don't know. She was in Texas and.
I think she's in Florida now.
Wherever else, but. Yep. And I talked to Kelsey the other day. We're talking about getting all the Woodsman's folks together that got kids. Because she's got Lorraine. And then Courtney, I'm going to forget the name of your son. Sorry. I know your husband's name Bobby. Oh, I'm sorry. See, we don't see our friends enough anymore. Too busy with our own families.
I look at all of his pictures on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh,
he's a cute little booger.
It's not Clark.
He's fun.
Because that's Jesse's.
That's Jesse.
God dang it! Now it's gonna bother me. It's not. It's D. Something D, isn't it? I don't know. I'm sorry, Courtney. You're probably not watching.
You don't watch this.
No. So, yeah. So I got the Matthews. And then, of course, I went a little too hard in the softball tournament and made a few diving catches and ran around the bases too hard.
Ben was showing off to his wife.
I was trying to. I didn't know.
4 homers?
I hit 4 over the fence and 1 inside the Parker.
I heard they were calling you freaking judge of the tournament.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't one of the beer league heroes. Can we put one of my videos up though?
The triple?
You want to do the triple or the inside the Parker?
Oh, the inside the Parker.
Inside the Parker.
I want everyone to see you run.
Well, the inside the Parker I ran too.
That's what I mean. It was funny watching you run. Not that I can run any better, but
no, I mean
you're looking stiff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Turning them bases.
Come on.
There was no lean, Ben.
I'm out of practice.
There was no lean. You were like a perfectly straight fence post crossing them bases.
Wow. Oh yeah, so now thanks, Hannah. The other new thing with this is Nora doesn't call me Daddy anymore. She calls me Ben.
Oh no!
Because everybody all day was like, "Good hit, Ben. Good job, Ben." And so now Nora calls me Ben.
Forrest Gump style. Yes. Yes. Hannah, yes. But Ben did play a hell of a game, from what I hear. 4 home runs, a triple, 2 diving catches. I think he missed 1.
I did.
I wasn't even there, and I know this. It's wild. What do you think? The Yankees are going to sign you?
Oh, yeah. This is my sponsor me video, if you were wondering.
Put you on the...
Put me on the farm team.
No, what's the app all the kids use now to get colleges to look at them?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know there was something on that.
Yeah. The portal, I think they call it. The portal.
Put it in the portal.
Yeah. Look at that guy go. Inside the Parker. Did you hear the ting?
There was a couple of them.
Show him the triple. Show him the triple.
Which one's the triple? I don't even know. Hopefully my wife's not sending me more. So this is what my wife sends me, chicken coops. No, that's just me walking to the bases.
There's the triple. Right there. That's the one.
No, that's the one where I fouled out. Oh. It can't all be winners, Nate.
Can we look at your... Oh, this is a good one. Can we look at your practice, your family practice session before the tournament?
Oh, the wiffle ball batting practice?
The wiffle ball batting practice.
Would highly recommend.
Look at her. Go, Ben, go!
She's up. You're up there?
Ben!
You're upstairs.
Ben!
Oh, goodness. Slapping hands with everybody.
Well, I guess if everyone calls you Ben around her, she's going to call you Ben.
Yeah. Nice little RBI there.
Good form. Solid form. Can you point like Babe Ruth? You kind of did. A little bit.
Foul. See, they're not all winners, guys.
How was that a foul? There's a good one.
Nice little reach and go.
There's the triple.
This is the triple.
There's the triple.
Yep.
I bet you I get Sam to play. Good triple. Good triple. Your coach there on the base was doing nothing. Just standing there watching you. Like, you make the call, man.
So I love it. The couple times my wife records, she doesn't record any of the ones that hit over the fence.
Yeah.
But
if there's no video of it, it's not true.
That's true. Didn't happen. Did not happen. But I thank my wife and my mom for coming and watching Nora the whole day, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pierces need to play next time. Yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about Liza, you know, getting a few other folks together. If they keep doing this on the regular,
Liza's
dude.
a softball player. Probably get Kylie involved. Kylie was a good softball player. She'll play.
Yep. Keith's wife, she's a coach.
Yeah, she's pitch. She's fast pitch.
Jake was there, too. Jake came and played with
I'm
me.
going to get no videos of Jake.
I don't know. Blame my wife.
I want to see Jake hustle.
Jake was hustling. And then we were both feeling it the next day or two. Still feeling little bits of it. But, all right. Well, look at that, Nate. About an hour and 15.
Hour 15.
So,
Guess we'll call it.
I think so. So, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the podcast. Thank you all for the support so much. If you like, please leave a comment and wherever you're listening and let us know if you like it or what you don't like about it. The hat says, "You should buy me." We might even do a bundle deal. Hat and a knife bundle deal.
It's a nice hat. I'm telling you.
I do like that retro camo. I do like that kind of Serbian army
it's
camo.
like, I mean, it's going out camo. If you wear it and you go out, everyone doesn't look at you like.
It's
wow,
it's also very urban camo.
Like,
so it's
like, wow,
it's stylish.
This guy wears camouflage.
It's like urban stylish camo too.
It's stylish.
Stylish. That's right. So, yeah, and if you like listening along or want to pass along to your friends and family, we'd appreciate it. We should be available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and any place else you listen to podcasts.
It should be, but after the Diddy comments, they might
pull us off. Yep. So, and again, always available on YouTube, live during the show, and or Facebook, whether it's on the 100 Proof channel or on my personal Facebook channel.
And if you want your baby buck oil,
give us a call.
Give us a call.
We'll hook you up. Other than that, that's all I got, Nate.
I'm not doing the massage.
Nope.
You got to find someone else to do.
Busy Bee Chiropractic.
They
I went there after the.
They will do you right.
After the softball, I went to Brittany and said, "Hey, my leg and my ankle and my knee are like hurting."
I don't think they use baby buck oil.
No, I think it's a good marketing pitch though. But
I think there's money to be made on that pitch.
Diversification, hustling.
All
right, thank you all so much for the support. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or upcoming episodes of the show, let us know. And we'll catch you all next time down here at the bar or wherever we're shooting from.